What's up, everybody? Once again, it's your boy Triple P. Hope everybody's having a nice day so far. Remember my little motto: slide, don't hide. Come on in, man. Shout out to all the subs that I've been getting. Shout out to you guys, man, making this little channel grow. Today's video, it's a little controversial, but I'm gonna react to it, man, because I said I would. Your boy says something, your boy just does it, man. So check it out. So shout out to Madness Society, MOD. He has another channel. I can't remember what it's called. But this is, I think, his main channel. And his channel's about gangs. That's what he does. He covers gangs. He's got good content. Everybody go check him out, man. Go check him out. Madness Society, and it's MOD. I can't remember what the other one was. He has another one. If somebody could put it in the comments if they know. But go check him out, man. He's got good gang content, man. He does a bunch of neighborhood shit about gangs. But shout out to him, man. He got at me. He got at me, man. Like my video said, I told everybody, if there's people out there that know certain stuff that I don't, get at me if I'm wrong. So let's start this video, man. So when I posted the video about Dubs and his tiny locos, I searched, like I said, I searched Google, I searched AI. And shout out to Slugs, who put a video out this morning about it. But check this out, Slugs. I just didn't jump on AI and say, oh, let me search this tiny locos and put something out there, bro. I've been working on this for a couple days. I ain't going to just throw something out there just to get it out there because I hate Dubs. But shout out to you, man. That was a good video you did too, man. But you're kind of wrong in your video too, man. There was transcripts and all that on AI. I looked up Dubs' cases on AI, Slugs. His transcripts are on there. His case that he shot somebody is on AI. There's a bunch of shit on there, bro. So you were kind of wrong saying don't check AI. You can't. They're not right. They're right at some point. That's why they're out there. That's why they're taking over the world, bro. If they were wrong, they wouldn't be taking over the world. But you were kind of wrong. So just, you need to fact check yourself too, Slugs. But I'm not here to cause issues, cause problems. So shout out to that video. That was good information. It was respectful. You know what I mean? But what you said, there was a couple things in what you said that were wrong too, bro. There was transcripts in there. But like I said, I looked at my gang. My gang's in there. I just didn't search tiny locos, Slugs, and all of a sudden just start throwing information out, man. I've been sitting on this for a couple days, bro. I researched and researched and researched and over and over and over and over. And it all came back to the same thing. But like I said, shout out to MOD, man. He put 2 videos out there saying I was, and he came with facts. He was respectful. He wasn't out there saying I'm a lame, I'm a liar. He just said I was misinformed. That's what he does. So I could take his what he said as facts, and it's true. And like I said, if I'm wrong, man. But I stand by my content, man. I stand by what I did because I put days and hours into that. I just didn't log on to AI one morning in bed and say, oh, this is what I'm going to put out as soon as I read it. Nah, man. I've been working on this thing for like a week. Hours at a time looking at shit. Hours at a time looking at that. Hours at a time looking at this. And that's what I came up with, man. But shout out to those guys, man. They were respectful. That guy, I don't even know his name, but the MOD channel, he went live. And I jumped in there saying, hey, bro, shout outs to you in that video, man. I was wrong. And he came at me and said, look, bro, no disrespects, no coming out saying Triple P's this, Triple P's that. You're just misinformed, and I just thought I would come out and inform you. And I appreciate that, man. That's how it should be, bro. That's how it should be. So I'm jumping on here saying I guess I was misinformed, man. Shout out to you, Dubs. You formed a big gang. He said there was like 100 members in this gang, man. I guess you only can believe AI at a certain point. Can't believe Google, I guess. I don't know, bro. It is what it is. But like I said, I told everybody I'd jump in here, and I guess I'm going to keep the videos up, bro. That's just my point of view. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And Triple P's on here to say that. And I told everybody. I told all my subscribers. I told my audience. I told everybody out there. If I'm wrong, I'll come out here and make a video, man. Like I said, shout out to Slugs and shout out to him. Because he, like I said, he was live. And I jumped in there. Hey, bro, not to cause shit, not to cause drama. But that was a good-ass video you did. Thank you, bro. Thanks for informing me. And he came out with nothing but respect and love, man. Shout out to you. He was saying, I'm not kind of out here saying you're a liar. Like, it was nothing but love, man. Nothing but respect. And I respect that. Everybody should respect that. Dubs should come out here and say how many times him and Gunner are wrong, but they won't. But I will, man. I stand by mine, man. Because that's just the person I am off this YouTube shit. If I'm wrong about something, I'm wrong about something, bro. And he told me I was wrong, bro. I watched the videos. He posted some videos and he sent the link saying to watch this videos that he did on something about the tiny locos. There was a bunch of members in there, man. So I don't know if I'm wrong. I don't know, you know what I mean? Like, but like I said, my point is I was gonna jump on here and tell you guys, if someone came out here and how do I say this? Disagreed or I was misinformed, to let me know. And he came out here and let me know that I was misinformed, because that's what he does. That's what his channel's about, man. So shout out to him, man, for getting at me and respectfully, much respect. It's all love, all respect. I don't hate anybody on this YouTube yard, man. You know, I shouldn't say that. I do hate Debs and Gunner. Those two guys, it's just, who doesn't hate them? But I'm not going to just put something out there, Slugs, just because I hate Dubs and whether it's a lie or not. I'm not going to, like I said, I just didn't get up one morning, look at AI for 1 minute and jump on here and say this is what it is. I put hours into this, man. So even you, shout out to you, Slugs. I mean, no disrespect or nothing, but you were kind of wrong in your video, man, because they showed a bunch of transcripts. They showed Dubs' story on AI, man. I read it. Just a bunch of kids hanging out at an apartment complex, man. But it is what it is, man. But like I said, Triple P stands by my story. I was misinformed a little bit, and I can jump on here and say that. Now I'm probably going to catch some heat. Oh, you're a liar. You're this and that. But one thing I'm not is if I'm misinformed and if I'm wrong, I will jump on this platform and say it. Just like I'm doing now. Just like I promised, man. I stand by mine, man. You know, I'm not going to throw out a bunch of lies. My channel's about facts, receipts. I'm not just going to make shit up because I hate Dubs, man. I'm just not going to do that. Was I misinformed by AI? I guess. And I looked up a bunch of shit. It all came back the same thing. But like I said, man, shout out and much respects to the Mod Society. And he came with nothing. He came with the videos, man. And yeah, he just said you're misinformed. And like I said, I jumped on his live and it was nothing but respect on that live, man. Got at him. Thanks for the video. It was a good-ass video. I guess I was misinformed, and he came out with nothing but respect. So much respect to him. Everybody go watch and follow and subscribe to his content, man. And Slugs just dropped one, too. It was respectful. He was wrong in a couple of points he did. But it is what it is. Everybody's going to say what they want to say, man. But, you know, I got nothing against Slugs either, man. He's got good content, man. I like the way he comes out and approaches himself. And, you know, but what you said about transcripts not being on there and all that, Slugs, they're on there, bro. I read it myself. They're on there. Dubs' shooting is on AI, bro. On Google. There's transcripts on there. So you can't say that there's no transcripts on there. There is, bro. There's a bunch of gang shit on there, man. AI is where it's at these days, so you can't say that they're lying. You can probably depend on them so much, and then you can't depend on certain things. That's just what's up. But like I said, your boy's just jumping on here saying, sorry, guys. Dubs is the man, bro. There is tiny locos. But like I said, I'm man enough to come on here and admit if I misinformed a little bit. I didn't lie. I didn't make up shit. I was just misinformed, just like any other man is. But I can come out here and say that, man. But that's my video today. I didn't want to say too long. I don't want to go back and forth. You know, like I said, I'll probably catch some heat. I don't care, man. Just know when you're in my comments that I'm a man of my word and I can jump on here and say if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. If I'm right, I'm right. That's the whole point of this story. I told you guys I would jump on here if somebody had some true information about this, and they did. So I'm just jumping on here and letting them know, giving them a shout out, man. That's my video for today. I hope you guys like it. Hope you guys have a good day. Triple P is out.